Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Carlin, so ordinary, and we are back with another video, bruh. Not just any video, you know the deal. Story time, a good one for y'all. This is about the time that I got high. It came in two different experiences. I know it's about the first time, but we gotta talk about both times. I got high one time doing an edible, and this was at school. Very interesting story. And I got high a second time with my bro Trey. From the story, I betrayed my best friend. He got me high, man. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, if you're a new watcher, I'm gonna need you to do these things like my other watchers. If you're a new watcher, I need you to subscribe straight off the bat. If you're not a new watcher, like the video, of course, share it to somebody. Leave a comment. That helps too. Also, new watchers do the same thing. And we out. Let's get into it. So coming into high school, being in high school, I was not a very impressionable person. Like, I wasn't the type to get into being peer pressure to do such and such. I was like, look, y'all niggas do what y'all want. I'm gonna do what I want. Smoking weed, doing drugs, drinking, partying, those weren't really my thing. I was a nerdy little kid, you know? Me and my bros, we would be watching anime, playing Pokemon, playing Dokkan, just doing our thing. So smoking was never really a thing that was ever really on my mind. I was just like, hey, some people do. I don't know why they do it. I don't even know how it feels. So this was my 11th grade year. I remember I had a friend named Damien. This was the first story about how I got high. Friend named Damien, he brung an edible to school one day. And I was like, it's not actual weed.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So why not try it? And I was sitting in class. He gave it to me. He was like, look, man, just don't eat the whole thing. And I'm like, what you mean don't eat the whole thing? It's like, I know it looks like candy, but just don't eat the whole thing. And I'm like, all right. So walking, I get in class, and guess what I do? I don't eat the whole thing, right? I tell some of my other friends, some of my other nerdy friends who've never had anything like this before, I tell them what I got. And we just all looking at it like it's a bag of gold.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
And we just looking at it, and we could smell it from out of the bag. And the teacher's in class and stuff too, but she I don't know. That was the dopest teacher I'd ever had. I don't think she really cared, but I think she did.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck!
Yeah, but she just didn't know. So we was all looking at it, and I gave them about 25% of it, because it was a Rice Krispie treat, but it was with pebbles, fruity pebbles. I gave them 25%. I gave two people 25%. They ate it, and immediately, like, I think 15 minutes into class, was busting out laughing. Then I ate the whole rest of the thing myself. Yeah, I did it. First, I wasn't feeling anything, honestly. I was like, dude, this was whack. So I'm walking to my 7th period, and I'm like, bro, my arms are on fire. Like, I'm talking about, them thing is on fire, man. And I'm not understanding why. I'm like, bro, my arms are on fire. So the first thing I do is I text my mentor. I'm like, yo, I took an edible, and I'm like messed up right now. And he's like, man, why would you take that at school, you idiot? And I'm like, look, dude, I don't know, man. I just did it. And he was just like, look, Carlin, you don't know the effects that stuff could do to your body, man. You know, he was doing what a mentor was doing, trying to tell me that I shouldn't be doing stupid stuff. And I was listening, but at the same time, I wasn't, because I'm 17, you know, just trying to live life. Yeah, don't do that. So I get into 7th period, and I am gone. Like, my eyes are bloodshot red, and I'm just laughing. I remember one of my friends, they said something that wasn't even funny, and I sat there and just laughed for 15 minutes. And I know this was my first time ever being high with any type of drug ever. The only drug I've ever did was weed. I'm not a crackhead or nothing. But I said, but no, I'm not no crackhead. So I'm just laughing 15 minutes, and they're like, bro, what's wrong with you? You good? Cause they didn't know I did that type of stuff. I didn't know I did that type of stuff until I did it. And they're like, what's wrong with you, man? And I'm like, bruh, I had an edible and I'm just messed up. And they're just laughing, and we're just all laughing. And then so I go to my last period, and I'm out. Like I'm out like a light.
Land had me out like a light, hey, like a light, hey, like a light.
And I'm just gone. Like I fell asleep, the bell rings, I get up, take my book sack, I go to this tutoring place, right? I'm not gonna say the name of it, because if they watch this video, I don't think they would be pretty happy with me telling this story. But it is a story. I'm just being truthful, y'all. Don't do drugs, don't do weed, kids, because you might get hooked to it. Don't do it. It ain't good for you. However, went over there, did my tutoring, right? So there's a little area where we could sit down and just chill. I sat there for 3 hours and stared at the wall. Like, stared at the wall for 3 hours. Because I remember getting over there. I remember getting out of my session at 2. I didn't leave until 6. So I had an hour session. I got there at, I got there at 3. Did my session. I didn't leave till 7 at night. And for 3 hours, I was just staring at the wall. Went to sleep, got home, went to sleep. I went straight to sleep. I ain't take a shower, I ain't do nothing. I think I did brush my teeth, hopefully. I mean, that's in the past, it's whatever. But I went straight to sleep. Woke up the next day for school, and I'm like, yo, I'm still high, yo. Like, I'm still feeling, like, weird. But it eventually wore off, and that was that. That wasn't the crazy story, man. The crazy part was when I got high with my bro, Traylon. That was something else, because Traylon smokes. Like I said, I don't usually smoke. I don't really care for it. It doesn't affect me like it affects most people. Most of y'all be smoking because y'all be having bad nerves. Which, how the fuck are you stressing you only 18 years? Excuse my language. How you stressing you 18 years old? Are you 17 and 16? I know people got I don't know what goes on in everybody's life. I know people got messed up lives. But man, you can't be stressing, man. Don't stress over anything you can't control. That's a good word for me. My mentors taught me, if you can't control it, why are you worrying about it? You know? So y'all need to chill out with that, man. Y'all be stressing and stuff. Then y'all be doing cigarettes. Cigarettes is nasty. If you smoke cigarettes,
he smokes with cigarettes.
Cigarettes mean you cannot be cool, man. That's dirty. That is dirty. So we get high, but it wasn't a high. It was like I had hit a puff or two, and nothing. I was good. Trailing. I remember this was the summer. This was recent, actually. This was the summer we graduated. I came back for graduation, my 2020 graduation. Came back in June. So I got the car. I know how to drive. I'm using my mom's whip. I'm putting gas in it. You know, she let me do my thing. I'm 18. I go pick up my bro Trey, who now lives in Lafayette. He was living in Sunset before. If anybody from Louisiana is watching this, Lafayette. I go get him, and we are chilling. He's like, I got some weed. And I'm like, man, I don't even really smoke. And he was like, oh. But I was like, I'm gonna do it, man. We graduated. I did something special in my life. And he was like, for sure. So we get it, and we started smoking. And at first, I didn't feel anything. But then it hit. And this was the most memorable moment of my life. I will always have this memory with this dude. Because it hit, and I'm talking about when it hit, I could not control my... It felt like I was lagging. Like, I don't know if y'all ever played a game before, but it felt like my movements, my brain was processing my movements slower than they actually were in my eyes and in my feelings. And I said this one word that we both bust out laughing to. Well, it's not a word, it was a sentence. I feel it all in my body.
I'm telling me no, my body's telling me yeah.
And this dude makes fun of me to this day about saying that. But that was my story. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was crazy because you had to be in my body to experience it. But I do hope you guys enjoy this story. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.
Had to show them they were wrong. Forget your opinion, I'm